Hello everybody. Angie here. Happy June. Coming on today to do a video for you guys, a make/tutorial. For the month of June, I am going to be collaborating along again with Anna G over at Making Joyful Journals. We're going to be bringing to you a little series for the month of June of ephemera makes. Ephemera holders, pouches type things to hold other ephemera pieces using one 12 by 12 sheet of paper. Okay, this is one of my favorite things to do. I love creating pieces that can be included in journals, use as standalone pieces, use them as gifts, things like that, or just individual pieces to look beautiful and to hold your smaller pieces in. Okay, so this should be a pretty fun series. So if it's something that interests you, please grab yourself a piece of 12 by 12 paper and follow along and let's craft together today. All right, this is going to be starting out June 2nd. This is going to be a real easy one. They're all easy, but this is going to be really easy for you guys. Okay, a very cute, very durable, essential piece that I think that you will really enjoy and like having in your set of makes. Okay, so we're going to get into this. I've got myself a piece of 12 by 12 piece of paper here. We're going to start off by cutting a 1-inch strip off of one of the sides, and it doesn't matter which. Okay, so I'm going to bring my cutter up. See, it's 12 by 12. I'm going to bring it to the 11 here. See right there, the 11, and I'm just going to cut off 1 inch. Hold on to that piece because we're going to use it as well. All right, now we're going to do a couple folds. We're going to take our piece of paper and we're going to fold it all the way in half. And as you go along, make sure you crease your folds really well. Burnish those down. I've got a bone folder here. I guess I could use that instead of my finger. Okay, so that's our first fold. Then we're going to turn it and we're going to do a second fold in the opposite direction, right in half. Just like that. Burnish those folds. Just like that. Okay, so that's what we've got right there. Okay, now with the 11-inch up at the top and the 12-inch side going vertically, we're going to do a cut. And this is just for me, just so I can visually see where I need to cut a little bit better. I'm going to put a little ink on this fold line right here where I need to cut it. Just like that. It's just easier for me to see. You can freehand it if it's easier for you, whatever works, okay? And where is my cutter? Here we go. And we're going to cut from one end. We're going to cross over that middle fold line and continue our cut about, it doesn't have to be exact, about 1.5 inches in. Okay, so I'm just going to use my ruler just to get a nice straight cut. And I said about 1.5 inches, doesn't have to be exact. So about 1.5 inches is right there. And do a cut. Okay, I'm going to turn it back this way. And this is what we have so far. Okay, now what we're going to do to where we stopped the cut, we're going to fold that over. Let me bring that up into frame a little bit better. We're going to fold that over, and we're going to line up the bottom edge as we do so, and give it a fold. Okay, so go as far as the cut will allow you, lining it up at the bottom, and crease it. Just like that, okay? So that's what we've got so far. Okay, now where this overlaps this side, we're going to fold that this way. But to be able to do so a little bit better, I'm just going to flip my piece over and we're going to fold it right up against there. Okay, so I'm going to give myself a little crease line there, lining up the edges, keeping the edges nice and straight, and fold it down. So now that's what we've got. Okay. Now what we're going to do while we folded that piece over, we're going to turn it and flip it this way. Okay. Then we're going to take this left side and fold it just like that. Give it another little burnish, get it nice and flat, and that's what we've got so far. Okay. Now, from there, because I'm using DSP scrapbooking paper, it's a little bit thin, okay? You can do this with 12 by 12 cardstock paper. That's fine. It's more durable and sturdy and thicker. It might even work out better for you, but I prefer to use the thinner paper, okay? So my next couple folds are going to just be really to just reinforce these edges, okay? Because this is going to be the top of a pocket, and I want it to be a little bit stronger. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold that in, not measuring, guys, maybe 1/4 of an inch, just a little bit, just to strengthen that top edge for strength. That's all we're doing this for. Okay. You don't have to. You can leave it the way it was. Totally up to you. And we're going to glue that flap down. Okay. I'm going to bring it back up just like that. Okay. Now this is the top flap, and we're going to do the top flap the same way. So I'm just going to turn around so it's closer to me, and we're going to do the same thing just to reinforce that flap. And this one I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, maybe 1/2 inch. Okay, again, not measuring, just to reinforce that flap. And we're going to glue that down. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to turn it back around. And now what we're going to do is we're going to reintroduce that 1-inch strip that we cut off. Okay, and what we're going to do with that is we're going to make a couple hinges to close the sides of our pockets here. So we're going to bring this piece in, line it up with the top pocket, so we know how long we need it to be, and snip it off. And we're going to need 2 of those. Okay. Just like that. And we're going to make those into hinges for closures for the sides. So then we're going to take these, I'm going to fold them in half, just like that. Give them a crease. Just like that. Okay, and then we're going to glue those and secure the edges of our pockets like that. Line it up at the bottom, make sure you cut your piece straight, butt it right up to the edge as good as you can, close as you can, and we're going to glue that down. I'm going to use wet glue. Flip it over, glue the back side. And do the other side the exact same way. I'm going to turn it around because I'm right-handed. It's just easier. Okay, butt that right up. Make sure it's straight and glue it in. And the back. And while we've got it back here, we've got to close the bottom pocket, bottom back pocket. So we're going to run a small bead of glue along the bottom edge there to close up that. And there we go. Essentially, we've got our ephemera holder made, guys, just like that. Look at that. Isn't that cute? We've got an opening flap, nice big pocket pouch there, and another big pouch there. Okay, now when we put the hinges on, it did close up a little bit of our pocket, 1/2 inch on this side and 1/2 inch on that side. If you think you need a little bit more room, all you have to do is just, don't cut all the way through, just that top little hinge piece that we did, and go do a small little cut right along the edge of that pocket line on both sides. And that will open that pocket back up for you a little bit more. Especially if you plan on sticking a whole bunch of goodies in there, you might need that little extra space. See? Just like that. And there you go. You got yourself a really, really cute ephemera pouch. Now, there's one little piece left. Okay, we're going to use that also. This is just my way. I'm going to show you one, and there's multiple ways that you can make a closure for this piece. Okay, I'm just going to show you this way. Okay, we're going to find the middle roughly, and we're going to lay that right over the top in the middle. Okay, we're going to leave a little, I don't know, maybe 1/2 inch or so, just a small amount, not much. Okay, hanging over, get it in position, get it nice and straight where we want it. That looks pretty straight. Okay, then we're going to carefully grab it, flip it over, fold that over, and glue it down to the back. Okay, just about a 1/2 inch, that's all we need. So now we've got something like that. Okay, so next step, we're going to do the same with this end, just to reinforce, just to strengthen that, because the paper is a little bit thin and delicate. We're going to give this top piece a fold over, maybe another about a 1/2 inch. Not measuring by any means, this is just a fun little make. Don't need to worry about measuring. Just snip that little piece off because I don't plan on doing any inking, so I don't want any white edges showing. Okay, so that's what we've got now. Okay, now to make the closure, what we need to do is we need to grab a pencil, lay your piece flat, bring your flap up, and we're going to do a light pencil mark on each side of this flap. And that's just for a guideline where we need to make a couple cuts. Okay, because we're going to be erasing that, so don't push too hard when we're done. We're going to turn it sideways. I'm going to use my grid lines on my mat here so I can get a straight cut. And we're just going to be making a couple slits from one pencil line to the other, one pencil line to the other. So I'm going to make it about a 1/2 inch from the edge. Try and get it somewhat straight. And go from one pencil line to the other. And even over the pencil line, just a teeny bit of hair to allow yourself a little extra room. While it's still in place, come another 1/2 inch up and do the same thing. One more slit, just like that. Okay, and that's what we've got. Now we can erase those pencil lines. Okay, and this is what I'm calling my belt loop closure. That goes through just like that, and we've got ourselves a really quick, really easy closure. And that, my friends, is our ephemera holder. Just as simple as that. It ends up being 6 by 5.5. Nice little closure there to keep that flap tucked down. And when you open it, you're ready to go. Ready to stuff all your goodies. It's nice reinforced, nice clean secure edges all the way around, and it's ready for decorating. Okay, now this one I made just strictly for the construction purposes to show you guys how to do it, but I did do one off camera. I'm going to bring that one in and show you that one with a little bit lightly decorated. We won't worry about decorating that. That's totally up to you. But isn't that a cutie? I like it. Okay, so here's the one I did off camera. Exactly the same. As you can see, exact same size. I used a little bit of a pattern paper that has a design. So since the design was in a direction, I'm going to turn it this way and use it in this fashion. Exactly the same, but look at the difference it gives just by turning the piece. Oops. Okay. Let me bring that kind of set up in the camera's view. Kind of a little bit. Right there. And then by turning it from this direction to this direction. Isn't that cute? Exact same. Belt loop closure. Okay. And then when you open it, you've got your double pocket pouches there. And isn't that cute? I just brought in a piece of crocheted trim just to peek over the edge there. Made a little crocheted rosette flower there with an overlay of a pearl flower there. And that's what you've got, guys. Isn't that adorable? I think it's cute. And it will hold a lot of goodies. It's very sturdy. We've reinforced all the edges. We've reinforced the outer edges with the hinges. We've reinforced the belt loop, the pockets, everything. And it's ready for decorating. Or not. Just throw some ink on there. Maybe put a little for you on there if it's a gift. And you've got yourself a really cute pouch. You could even make several of them and hinge them together and actually make like a book of several. 1, 2, 3, maybe do 4 or 5 of them, all with different pattern papers. They'll all be the same size. They'll all be the same, how do you say, the same direction. And put them together and make a little book, an ephemera booklet. There's 1, there's 2, and then when you get your booklet made, you can even build on top of that. I think it's adorable. So what do you guys think? Hope you guys like it. I hope you guys give it a try. Okay, so this is going to be a really, really, really fun series, guys. I love making ephemera holders of different styles, and we get to use up more of those 12 by 12 sheets of paper that we tend to have just laying around, that we may not go to or gravitate to quite as much. Okay, and as I was saying, Anna G over at Making Joyful Journals, she is collaborating with me, and we're going to be making these ephemera holders together. So I would love it if you would hop over to her channel, see what she's making, give you some added inspiration. She's going to be making something completely different. And in the course of June, there's 5 weeks in June, so I'll be doing 5 makes. And I think she's only doing 4 because she's doing something else today. But yes, definitely hop over to her channel and check her makes out. And I hope you guys like what you see. If you found something of value in today's video, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment and a like. And until next week, guys, take care. As always, God bless. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.